Innovative.
The WB Morning Show, hosted by the real Young LA and Cool Ass Cam.
Hey man, we back around this thing. I'm talking about it's your boy Young LA, the real Young LA, and I'm with Cool Ass Cam.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the WB Morning Show. Hope y'all ready for the wake and bake.
Hey, now, if you didn't know, now you do know. Let me see that lighter right there. Let these people know. We started off with the chopsticks and the mimosa, man. You hear me? It's a beautiful morning. We're gonna take it nice and slow, and we're gonna get to point A to point B. I got a special guest in the house. I'm gonna let him go and introduce himself.
How y'all doing? Lovely California, South Central in the building. It's your boy Action, LA Jackson in the building.
Hey, Action, LA Jackson, man. That nigga made LA his middle name. I fuck with that, man. Yeah, B. Yes, sir. So, I usually like to start the show asking, do you remember how me and you met? It ain't no right or wrong answer, just good content.
Oh, man. I think it was with Black Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was getting these females together trying to do this show. And them girls was on it.
Yeah, they was rapping in there.
Hey, man, I got to give it to them. They was doing some, let me see that lighter real quick. There was some brothers out here. Y'all gonna have to step your game up, because these ladies out here they wasn't just talking about putting Sprite bottles up they coochie in there.
Yeah.
They was really hitting bars.
They was really taking it there. Yeah, no, it's tight to when you see ladies start stepping their game up now, because at one time it was almost like the rap game wasn't giving the ladies no room, you know what I mean? So now when you see how this shit go, you be like, wow, they on the top right now. It's Cardi B, Glorilla, you know, all the sexy reds. They just going crazy non-stop right now. So yeah, I like to show love to the ladies. You know, we always put on for the male rappers and shit, so it's dope.
I really support the female artists, you know, especially if you're really out there, you know, putting in the work. Yeah. You know, especially on the West Coast, because we definitely need more. And you know, if you just a good MC, rapper or whatnot, I think it's, you know, and you respect the craft, you know, I'm always there for support, you know. So when I was sitting there watching them, I could see them. They was in there really like, you know, it wasn't all about just looking good. Mm-hmm. They was in there like, you know, some of them girls was coming off of 12-year bids.
Yeah. I remember we did one of them. Somebody had peoples got shot, and they had to leave while it was going. There was a lot going on right there. She did her Dougie on the way out too. You know what I mean?
I think somebody had died, and she was just there, like, you know, she was there just.
There was a lot going on.
Just doing it for the respect of a lost one, so you can see the pain, the feelings, and they was really hitting bars.
They was having bars in that motherfucker, and it was good because you was one of the judges. Yeah, I was one of the judges. But yeah, you was giving a good opinion out, man. You know, listening to somebody who know what they talking about, know the rap game, and not just trying to bash people. You know, sometimes nigga get into that what's that, America Got Talent or one of those where they just dumping off bad energy on people, but you was giving them real feedback and something that they could grow with. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. The problem is that. Sometimes in the industry, they just putting people out, and rather than putting a talent out. So I was like, if anybody's on my watch, I want to see, you know, some talent. Yeah. And so, you know, you come into and then it's not just the spitting, it's the whole package. You know, you coming up at the interview or whatnot, the audition with gum in your mouth, talking. You know the whole, you know, your
be professional as possible.
All that, the image is very important. All that, you know,
the details matter.
You're in the business of serving a product for the people to buy in as well. So, you know, it's like if I go to a restaurant and the burger or whatever look all lettuce is all salad, you know, like all dry. Or
you could order some Oreos, knowing it's plastic around the cookies, but the box beat up.
All beat up.
Let me get the one behind that one.
Yeah, I'm like, I want something that I'm gonna spend my money on.
Yeah,
you know, so. When I could see the ladies, they coming in there with their gear, they shit together, and it's not just the gear. They came with the bars. I was like, oh, okay, but I still was going hard on some of them because
they must have deserved it though.
I wanted to push them a little bit harder because it's all good when your mama and your grandma or whatnot say, "Baby, you're doing good. Look at you. You're gonna be great." You know, that's cool. But you need you really, or the hater that's hating on you just to hate.
And you really good, and they just putting a bad bug in your ear.
Yeah, so I was trying to give some real good, creative criticism of what they need to be as a creative artist as well, rather than.
And it really don't matter how dope you are, you always need to leave that suggestion box open.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So let's talk about you, man. You are double. I don't want to use that word. Let's say multi-talented.
Okay.
So you do the music and you do the acting.
Right.
So which one did you start off doing first? So we could break that down and we had started there.
What I did first. Well, actually, before those, I was dancing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Soul Train.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Nah,
what type of dancer? Was you a clown dancer? Was you pop locking? What? Where you was going with it?
I was just like I was like kind of like Bruce Lee. Like, you know, Bruce Lee kind of took all the elements to be, you know, boxing, karate, kung fu, taekwondo, ninjutsu, put it all together and made his own. So I was watching all these art forms of dancing.
Right.
And everybody always wanted me to be in their crew, but I was like a solo ninja type of motherfucker. I'd come slide in and do my thing.
6 man of the year.
Backflip, splits, and you know, back then, you know, it was cool to do the splits. You know what I'm saying? It was cool.
Put that out there, man. Let your folks know.
Yeah, I can't do that shit no more.
Nowadays.
That's when I was young. You know, I was just, you know what I'm saying? That was cool.
Yeah.
To do the splits. You know what I'm saying? So I was flipping, doing these things and dancing. And of course, with that came with hip hop with the music.
Yeah.
So it was cool to dance and then hop on that mic.
Yeah.
So I was like, nigga, I'll serve you on the floor and get up on stage.
Yeah, but if people don't know, original hip hop, it was break dancing, DJing, graffiti. You know what I'm talking about? And MCing. So nigga had all the elements.
So while I was doing that,
and this is in LA too.
Yeah, this is LA function.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, this is like early days of like when it was like, I don't know if anybody know about K-Dub, NBT, Number Troubles, KWS, Kings with Style.
I had a guest in here, my boy Delore. He was telling us about how one of the gangs started off of NBT to Real Gang.
Right. It was,
so back in the day before it was gangbang, it was just tagger crews.
Gangsters. We would be walking down the street and you could just say, if a nigga walk up like, hey, what's up? Where you from? Homie, what do you like? Oh, no, we dance. And they're like, oh, what? So I done came, you know, from the liquor store one time, come around the corner and you see niggas with the strap on top of the car. They outside smoking, hanging out. No shirt on, tats and everything. Yeah. And the worst thing you could do is like, oh shit, turn around.
Yeah, because nowadays you see that energy. Just get on him. Keep on walking
Keep
like
on
you
walking
a regular,
right through.
Man. Hey, what's up with y'all?
It's crazy how they let you walk past and then like 5 steps after, hey, what's up, homie?
Yeah, because they trying to survey this and look, y'all know this nigga?
Where y'all from?
Yeah.
Over
from right up the way, but we dancers though.
Okay. Then niggas like, oh, well, let me see something.
Bust down,
nigga, I'm up there.
Cause a nigga might be trying to cap to get through. You ain't capping to get through. Show me something. Let me know it's real.
Right. So then the nigga was like, "Hey, do I got it, nigga?" You know. And now he dancing with his homies. And these niggas is cool, low key. A lot of people killers and don't know.
A lot of people don't know. You just never gonna get to that side of them. You're gonna meet that side where they say where you from and get to tripping. When you get on the other side of them, the niggas be like you said. They might be dance better than you.
Right,
you
right.
You just gonna see him walking around hard all the time. You
Right.
know? That nigga seen you bust. That nigga said, hey, hold the strap. Nigga got in there with you, start hitting it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, LA is a spot where people, I say they like to show them the part of the ghetto that's viral, because there's certain shit you put on camera, it just automatically, oh, look at this.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to show a nigga letting the kid walk by, stop him and tell him to dance to show him some love. You
Yeah.
don't want to show that.
And that shit was crazy though, because I'm sitting here with like probably a killer, and I'm seeing him smile.
Yeah.
With the shotgun, sawed-off shotgun on
with
top
the
of
Elmer Fudd right
on top
there.
of the motherfucker.
You hear me?
Music banging, and he out with tats and everything, and he like, oh nigga, hey nigga, do that shit again, nigga.
Come on now.
And then
all these niggas was young and they came up doing the same thing we just came. They went to that fork in the road and went that way.
see, the thing was, I could never gangbang because I lived in too many different hoods.
That's my same place.
I was always on the go. I came up from foster homes and placements.
Mm-hmm. You done met all of the thugs right there.
Yeah, I was in juvenile hall and in placements with those
the
niggas
thugs. I know what
that
you-
had to
Yes,
be
sir.
off the street coming there.
Yeah, so now when a nigga get back and run into him, he's so and so a
Yeah.
general from over there. You like, oh, I know him. I was young with him.
See, right now what we got is, to me, I feel a lot of new troopers in the game. I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people, even in a certain time of me where it was the blame game, the reason why I'm out here, or the reason why, because of white men, or this and that. And I can understand the situation because of our resources and whatnot,
Right.
but there are ways to get out.
Right.
And there are ways to maneuver through the obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
So with me, I thought it was always gangster. Like, when someone's like, "Hey, nigga, you want to smoke? You want to drink?" And I'd say when I want to smoke, so like, "Nah, not right now. I don't smoke." Like, I get called that square or whatever,
Yeah.
but they respect me out of why they're
Because you
like,
standing on your own
Yeah.
square, even though you is a square.
Right.
I'm happily a square. I don't want none of that.
well, I wouldn't say I'm fully.
I'm saying
But-
at that time compared to
yeah,
them niggas.
yeah.
You the square compared to the
Yeah,
nigga
compared
with
to
the
them
Elmer
niggas.
Fudd hanging out. You hear me?
Hey, I dance.
Yeah, fast. Nigga square up fast.
So, the thing was, it was cool to be where I was like, I do this if I want to. Hey, want to hit this little something? This, I'm like, nah, I don't feel like doing that. I don't do that.
I'm good right now.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And, or whatnot. So for me to pull that card and then be respected, like, oh, okay, he's still cool. Because you didn't always have.
Because you could have said some nerdy. Like, oh, I don't even smoke. I've never.
cool.
You guys be. Yeah, you just like, nah, I'm
don't
good
do that
right
around
now.
me.
Yeah.
You know, so I was more on. You got the alpha male, and I'm more of a sigma. I don't know if you know what a sigma.
Nah, put me up on game, man, and the people in the back, just in case they ain't up on game.
So you got
Because
to.
we know about alpha male and beta male.
Yeah, you
beta
got
is
to
the ones that's
follow.
go for whatever, and the alpha male is just blazing their own trail. Now, what's a sigma?
So there's a little bit difference with the alpha male because through the movies and TV and how they projected alpha is a little bit too loud. That's the dude that when Frank White was saying,
With that mink
what you
coat
doing
on.
with the mink on?
Yes, sir.
That's the football player that's loud, being too much,
Yeah.
walking around like he got the jacket on even when he's not even playing football.
Gotcha.
He trying to show off the ladies and everybody in the school.
It's the truck driver that walk around with the headset with the thing
the
on.
alpha. I need to be seen. He's
Yeah.
loud too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Sigma is the other motherfucker.
I'm a sigma too.
Sigma is
then. I
like
that then.
kind of like you would think they weird, but he off to the side and he's like, you ever seen like the one that's at the lunch table and he's chilling? And like I said, I don't feel like that right now.
Yeah.
Hey, you kind of like, what's going on? He's got his own role.
yeah, that's
he's,
me for sure.
He's his own wolf.
I always
he on the bike.
Yeah. You know, I always respected
Who's that nigga?
the quiet one. That's
The quiet one.
That'll make something.
The
shake.
motherfucker that probably will come in with the trench coat and the
Yeah.
Uzis.
Yeah,
At the
nah,
school.
you-
You might want to leave
he'll black out on
Sigma
you.
on.
He gonna black out
He
on you.
shoot at the alpha.
Yeah, no, that's the one where I,
You know, so
where I say they think you being nice because
Yeah.
you're just a nice ass nigga, and then you get in that position
You
where they
could be-
like,
yeah,
and
it's-
then the nigga show you, no, he ain't nice. He chooses to be like
the
that.
Sigma male is when you're in the movie on Jigsaw and he's like sitting there like, let's play a little game. And then y'all sitting around and trying to find the key. And the alpha's like, man, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
The Sigma's like, He over there.
Details.
What's Action doing? I'm over there cutting this nigga open. Yo, what the fuck? There go the key. Y'all coming or what? Y'all coming? Oh shit!
Yeah, right when a nigga got frustrated, you can't do nothing when you frustrated.
Sigma.
In the times of trauma, you got to be at your calmest so you can maneuver
through the
yes sir
through the bullshit.
I seen niggas when they get cracking, they want to run this way and they want to hide over there, and they so busy stuck between both of them they don't do nothing. You just going like when you supposed to just consciously
a glitch.
I'm fit to go this way or I'm fit to hide right here. You so.
Indecisive
in the matrix. So
right.
Let me see the lighter from you, loved one.
Yeah. So
I'm glad you broke that down for us, man.
Yeah.
I like that term because I always felt like I'm way more in the middle of. I ain't walking around just trying to give off my alpha, but when this shit get real, I'm gonna get realer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
there's a time to say it with your chest. Sometimes. It's a way how to maneuver out of stuff and still get what you want if you know how to. I wouldn't say manipulate. What's the word I'm looking for?
Configure.
Yeah, just to
yeah, because manipulate is looking like you might have been doing.
Manipulate is only for you.
Like you putting a twist on.
Persuade. There it is. It's called persuade.
Got you.
So persuade is where. I can get what I want and you at the same time. I'm persuaded. Hey man, did you try that little the burrito over at the whoop whoop? I'm persuaded. What?
The whole time you just wanted seats.
But
so
see, that's persuade. But no, that's persuade because I'm getting some out of it. You getting some out. But me trying to manipulate, that's only for me. I'm trying to get you out your chair, or I'm trying to get you up out this spot.
You don't get nothing out of it.
You don't get nothing.
Yeah, the other person's being
everybody
used.
ain't eating.
So persuade is a little bit different. Hey man, I'm trying to make you do something good. I'm trying to persuade you into do the right.
Yeah, manipulate is you gonna tell them that everybody eating.
Manipulate. You hear what that motherfucker just said about you, nigga? Yeah. You gonna let this nigga You remember Goodfellas? He's like, hey, he fucking he got some balls. He talking all that shit, man. You gonna let him say this shit about you?
Let him treat you like a fucking moolah?
Bow, bow, bow. Yeah,
and it's over. He go get a headshot.
Yeah, that's not persuading. Persuading's like, hey, calm down, everybody relax.
Yeah, I'm on that time.
What are we doing right here? Hey, what are you doing? Calm down.
So you trying to tell me we came here for that? What did we come here? Y'all didn't come here for that. You got to bring a nigga. What did y'all get dressed?
Persuading the situation.
That part.
But we don't have a lot of persuading.
A lot of people is just not the word instigators. They gonna throw a little gas
instigators.
on. Oh, I heard he don't. He don't like you
to get you out the way. That. I think that's the normal thing right now. Just in the world is everybody trying to get your spot. Or trying to maneuver you out so they can get, and that's actually in big business.
Yeah, what I feel like with the world we live in now, it's a lot of Instagram and YouTube. You know, so you showing your life, and a lot of people don't really show the down parts; they just show the uppers.
Right.
So when you just get people seeing your highlight reel forever, it's almost like it make nigga want. I want to see the nigga crash a car one day. Right. You got to show them the good and the bad. So. That's what I feel. Niggas just show them so much good where it just be like, well, you ain't never had a bad day before.
Right.
Look at a nigga Graham. He ain't never had a bad day. Every day is just 3-pointers from half court.
Right. The system is set up where we are, especially on social media, you only see that part. You don't see the hustle, the grind in the middle. You just see like, oh, this is what I want, and this is what you're gonna get, but you never see in the middle of that, like what it takes to get there, and the problems, the cons, the things that could like, oh, we can go rob this bank, but you don't know, nigga, you might get killed in the process. Your boy gonna snitch on you for a burger.
They don't know too much of nothing. They just want to see that end result.
The driver don't even know how to drive. We just asking homie to go pick the car.
Man, y'all start looking up laws and study a little law before you start breaking the law, man. It helps you a lot. It'll tell you, if you move this person this so many feet, you just changed your whole crime to another crime, and you just didn't know. You could have stopped one step back, and it might have helped you.
It's kidnapping,
but you just didn't know. So you might need to know. You want to do crime, nigga? Do your motherfucking research with it, though. You hear me?
Yeah.
Or just don't do no crime, man. Go be legit, man. Everything ain't for everybody. I be seeing niggas in the streets, and I'll be like, man, just go get a job. You will be better off. This shit here ain't for you. That's why they made the sidewalk. Get on the sidewalk, bro.
Right.
You ain't got to be in the streets.
It's cool to have some a check, a paycheck.
Hey, now,
It's cool to have a paycheck.
some type of program going, or it leaves you to be having to do all the little freaky things.
See, I'm one of those. I know it's kind of weird. I don't know if it's just me, but something about I hate. I don't know if that's a hard word, but
Dislike
sometimes where it's like, man, I gotta pay the rent, but for some odd reason, after I get that money and I do pay the rent, as a man, I'd be like, yeah, nigga,
yeah, I did that.
Pay my rent.
Come on, I tell a nigga.
I don't know if anybody feel like
I
that.
felt like that yesterday.
You know what I'm saying? At first, you're like, man, I want to pay this shit,
Man.
God damn it. And then when you get the money, you like, nigga, I pay my rent.
Now the reverse
Close
side.
that door. Turn up. What you doing?
Yeah.
Turn up, nigga.
Turn that light off.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah.
Why you got the microwave
I
on
pay the
high?
rent. That's why I was wondering why grandma and them was talking like, yeah, nigga, I pay the bills around. Like, okay.
Hey, you know what I realized about life is whatever you ain't grateful for, you could lose. So if you grateful for your house you in, when you pay that rent, you should be grateful. You shouldn't be looking at it the other way. I was just talking to one of my neighbors, older lady in the building, and she was just telling me she was coming up, and you know, black women that's been hurt by other people. When you ask them help, you want me to help you? She said no, I don't want no help. And I got stairs, a gang of bags she taking up, and I'm just like, I'm finna help you. I know you know whatever. I'm helping you.
Right.
And then she just looked at me and said, I never see you wash clothes like that. And I was like, yeah, I hate washing clothes, to be honest. That's like one of the worst things that I do. And she told me, you better be grateful. So stuff like that you got to be grateful for. Every time I wash some clothes, I look at it like a blessing. So let me go take care of the stuff God's blessed me with, because it's mine. And I want to show him that, you know, I appreciate it so I could get more.
That's dope.
So you don't wash your clothes or what? And I'm like, I do wash them. I just go, it might be 3 a.m. I go to one of them 24-hour joints.
Right.
And you would never see. I'm not washing in the middle of the day with people calling, what you doing? I'm at the wash.
Washing my draw.
Yeah, negative. You hear me? Drop it off at the cleaners. Take it today. Maybe.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was just, it's all perspective. That's what I learned about life too. It's all about how you look at it. Me and you could look at 2 different situations, see 2 different things, but the positive outlook is always better. Like the glass half empty or half full.
Right.
Somebody saying, I'm almost out of water. I got it. And you start moving in that type of energy when you looking like, well, shit, I'm already half full. So I'm almost to the top now. All I got to do is add a little bit more. Some people halfway, they feel like, shit, it's all bad. So it's all perspective, though, you know?
So to piggyback off what you're saying is that, let me tell this quick little story real fast. So
Break it down.
to be sitting in a situation where sometimes we do lose, especially out here in America, we're so babyfied that if you go out of this country, you trust me, you'll see how different lifestyle and how people live and things and the way they think. You know, some of us, they like, why are you walking your food? You know, like, you know, it's different in other countries. So,
why are you walking your food?
Food, like a dog.
You supposed to sit down and eat?
No, they like, we eat that in our country.
Why are you walking?
Why are you walking your food?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
They're going to see my little
They
baby.
go, what is he walking his food for? You know, like,
They
yeah.
see my dog Misty. And he,
No, the accent you put on was called.
nigga see you.
I'm trying to narrow down where they eat dogs at now.
nigga see nigga walking your dog looking at that thigh like,
Right.
well,
Oh my God, too much hair.
I will
You know,
put that over some rice right
shave
now.
that. So look, so here's the story. So at the time when I used to eat out at a lot of food, like fast food places, that's a whole different show for that.
Yeah.
If you want, I know how to break all that down, what to eat, how to, you know, stay healthy. So I was out at Carl's Jr. and they used to have like this sandwich. I don't know if it's still there. And they said the slogan would be like, "If it don't get all over the place,
It doesn't belong
in
in
your face." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, I want one of those."
It worked.
That big old one with the ketchup all
Superstar.
dripping. Oh, yeah, the bacon and stuff and all that stuff. So I pull up in the drive-thru and I'm like, "Yeah, give me the biggest superstar burger." And I told him, "No onions. I just don't want no onions. Cheese. I want the strawberry Fanta, whatever it was, with and large fries. Hurry it up, bitch." So I get my food in the bag. I go home. You know, we never really check. That's how they fuck you. You be like, hold on, motherfuckers. Let's see what we got here. But I didn't do that. I just went home. Got to the house. Didn't have my show ready. You know how we do. The food getting cold, so you're trying to hurry up. God damn it, I want to see something. So it took too long, and it was on the Discovery Channel. So I'm sitting there. I go to my bag, and I open up, and they got onions in my burger.
You told them no onions.
No onions. No cheese. They had no cheese in the bread with the bottom. They have like no mayonnaise or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
it was dry as fuck.
You like, they didn't give me somebody else special.
You know, Carl's Jr. back then, they had the cheese paper shit too, where it's like, do you eat your cheese paper?
Yeah.
Remember? And so if it ain't got the cheese on it, that's...
I'm like, man,
what are we doing here?
What are we doing here? And they gave the medium, the medium fry in the bag.
Yeah.
So I'm hot. I'm sitting here watching the Discovery Channel, and as we, no cap, this lady, she's in this, it looked like a sheeted metal, different colors. They was like walls, and over it was like a tarp, blue tarp, green tarp. You know that blue tarp that was on top with rope strings, and inside was two kids. And he had like a Michael Jordan Air shirt on, shorts on, but his legs was like he was scratching all day, dry. Mm-hmm. Two of them playing, but they were smiling. And on the ground there was no carpet, no nothing. It was just straight dirt.
Yeah. In
the corner was this big bowl. It was like a round bowl and had fire on it. It was bubbling. And in the subtitles, she was like, cooking dinner. And I'm like, and what? And that dirty ass water? What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I'm here thinking about my life. And over there, they like getting ready for my husband to be home. He'll be home soon and feed the children. The kids sitting there, and dad comes through these drapes thing, and he's holding two possums that look like two big ass rats. He's smiling with no teeth, like a couple of teeth. And they're like, Daddy! Mom cutting it up, putting the possums in there. They boiling some carrots and shit, and they eating. And they smiling. And I looked at my burger, I said, I went into that burger. I started eating the fuck out my burger.
Yeah,
drunk my soda, had the fries. I ate the whole burger, the dry bread and everything.
Onions and all.
Why?
Think about that possum stew.
I could be sitting around in some dirt, waiting for Daddy to come home with two possums.
Yeah.
So my thing was, sometimes we kind of like we're babied. We like, oh man, you at home on a couch, running water, a shower. You can walk out, get some air. You got both your eyes, your feet. You can.
Yeah, I always heard when you complaining on what shoes you got to wear, it's somebody that ain't got no feet. So you talking about, man, I don't know if I ain't got no black shoes, and a nigga like, I don't have shoes to wear at all. My feet's been amputated.
You got Samuel Jackson and Denzel Washington in the parking lot, and they're arguing. And Samuel's like, man, I ain't got no damn Oscar like you, man.
Right.
I want an Oscar like you. But Denzel arguing at him like, man, but you got like a 200, how many movies you in?
Yeah.
200, 300 something movies? Only been in like maybe like 12, 15 or whatnot. You got 300 something. You was back in the days in Goodfellas.
You
was in Jurassic Park. Nigga, you Captain America and stuff. And
everything.
You in the fucking
Star Wars.
You a fucking Jedi Knight. Nigga, what? I just drove a car at a Regal car through the hood in the jungles.
Yeah. Yeah, I also heard this too. If it was a place where you could take all your problems and jump them off, but you had to pick somebody else's problems up, you might fuck around and go back and get your shit. You know what? Actually, that wasn't even that bad.
I'm gonna keep my shit.
Yeah, pick some shit up and you like, oh wait,
I'm good.
I'm gonna take my problems
back. I'm
gonna
take my shit back.
Yeah, so it's all perspective though. You know what I mean? So let me just get into this. Looking at your sweater, it just reminded me. I did see you at the Not Like Us video shoot.
Oh yeah.
And you had something over your eyes, kind of like how it is with red and blue, which I thought was tattoos. I looked at you, I said, this nigga's a wild man. Yeah. But it looked like you was signifying something, and you had something that you was representing for it, but just off the dribble, I just was like, damn, is that right there? But now I realize it's not, and let's talk about that. Wow, what was that about?
So first off, definitely wasn't tattoos. My foster grandma would kill me.
That part.
Yeah, you know,
What's her name? Let's go and let's.
Mary.
Shout out Mary. You know what I'm talking about? Mary, you still got him nervous right now. Just the thought of you walking up, he gonna get it. Sit up.
Yeah, no more.
Get your elbows off the table while you eating.
Yeah, definitely. So it's I created a black superhero, anti-superhero from South Central LA.
Okay. Ooh.
And I was kind of started like it was like 2005, and I was just watching like all these characters and noticed that we didn't have too many black superheroes.
That part.
And majority of the black superheroes are, I'm sorry, but what the girls say, the Michael B. Jordan, corny. He kind of corny.
Yeah.
There was that. I'm no offense to anybody who's a Falcon fan. Falcon. with the wings. Really nice wings. He just got some metal stuff and he's flying in there. Falcon. Woo! Falcon.
You don't get a lot of representation.
Yeah, we either have electricity.
We got Black Lightning.
We got Black Lightning.
Shock.
We got Static Shock. We got Storm. We got Black Panther. He got electrical in his body too as well. So it's
It's
shit.
all good. That ain't the first time it happened. I'm just glad it wasn't me this time. It's usually me.
This was good.
Huh? It's usually me. Let's drop that
damn it.
right there.
See, that was my electrical. There was some electric in me.
Yeah.
Even Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. He was
Electro.
electro, and it's a lot of them. Everybody's either you're electric. You got some metal arms and stuff connected to your body, or you got wings, feathers, and shit. And nobody can compete to Superman and nobody. It was just like Luke Cage. Okay, we saw that coming. He can, he's in the hood, in Brooklyn, and he can
Black Lightning. He was in the hood too.
He shot and he can shoot, but he bulletproof.
What about
So we knew the police was going to be the villain in this. And his villain is the police.
What about my boy? When Will Smith played, he was
Hancock?
Oh, he's Hancock.
Hancock was
Well, he created his own. That's how you kind of breached. He breached and created his own. But see, sometimes, hey, am I going against is it me versus the superheroes or something talking shit? Because we're gonna have some real. I don't know if we got any fans that's gonna be out here trying to come at me. I don't care.
When we make the clip, they'll jump in there depending on the subject.
I'm speaking facts though.
You talking your truth, man.
So we say, what was I just saying?
How Will Smith breached it.
I was saying it was a cool character. To me, sometimes when you put too much super on things, it takes away the being humanity.
Right.
So that's why it's sometimes hard for Superman to make a movie, because this dude got X-ray vision. He can shoot razors out his eyes. He can blow air and freeze you. He bulletproof. He can fly. He can see through shit that I said X-ray.
Right.
And he can
do so much.
Fly around
shit.
the world
It's
faster
like,
than Flash or something.
Right.
So there's no Superman toy car. Like, it looks not like Batman. He got gadgets and shit. He's kind of realistic. You can kind of feel him.
You got somebody got a call.
Stuff.
Hey, get my shit together. I'm pulling up.
Yeah, and he can get hurt. So sometimes when you're writing a story, you want to have ups and downs in your journey with your character,
right?
The hero or whatnot. And if you don't have that, you don't find the humanity. So when they have these movies with superheroes and stuff out in space, sometimes you might lose the humanity. So within that story, you need to bring love, portrayal, family, teamwork.
People can relate to that more than anything.
Humanity, some stuff in there. But when you that's why Superman has to have a girl.
Right.
Because if there was no girl, Lois Lane would be like, what is going on with this nigga in them tights? Flying around and what's going on, super? And he's an alien, nigga.
And that makes sense. That's why he's able to change back to be regular.
Yeah, we need to see him in another way so we can go, okay, he cool.
Yeah. So that's why I like Meteor Man.
Meteor Man.
Because you really got the humanity in that. It's like, it's him in the community.
He was actually one of the first in the movies to come out.
Okay, so now look, talking about all these different superheroes, my main thing is, what does
Jackpot
do?
So Jackpot, like I said, I did go like down the hill.
No, that was good though.
I did with no breaks and shit.
No, it was great because you touched on how you made your point on what you were saying, and it makes sense. But now listening to all that, I want to know, what does what does he do?
So when I created him, I wanted to be a little bit different from from the normal.
Superhero.
So and for one, he's an anti-superhero. He's from South Central. Majority of
okay. So when you say anti-superhero, he's a villain.
He's like. He's trying to figure it out right now. So he's
trying to figure it out right now.
He's trying to figure it out. He got one foot in, like, you know, he's the type that been like, you know, he's in the corner smoking a blunt down in the alley around the corner. And he sees some shit going down in the alley. Help! And they jacking this girl, right? Damn, he's really worried about she fucking up my weed time right now.
Yeah, you couldn't have needed help in about 10
Why
minutes.
this alley?
Right.
So then it's getting a little bit too loud. He's thinking about like, fuck.
I gotta go do my job.
I gotta do something.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't even be like, "It's not my job.
Got you.
I'm here. Fuck it.
Got you.
What's going on?" You know, he more like, "Hey, nice night for a walk, huh?" Talking. They going, of course, like, "Who the fuck is this nigga with the paint and the eyes and shit?"
Yeah.
And he has no rules like Batman on them. He will break your neck. He will snap some.
Yeah.
There will be blood. There will be some shit going. And at the end of all that, the woman would be like, "Oh my God, how can I repay you? Thank you." And he would go grab her purse, grab a couple of dollars out of it, not everything.
Yeah.
Give it back to her and say, "Hey, this is for my pain and suffering.
Yeah.
Now get your ass home and watch out." In these
This is for my pain and suffering.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's Jack.
That nigga want his issue.
But then he would probably lose that or give this to a kid who he saw like he wanted some money.
Paying
to
it for it, but he getting his issue though.
Yeah, Jack is like, if Los Angeles was a human being, Jackpot will be the reflection of its personality and attitude. Think about it.
That's what's up.
So like me, you, you, everyone, like the good, the bad, the hood, the Hollywood, the all that. You know, he has all that.
He embodies every part of it.
And most of us look for success in others, but if you look within yourself, you'll find out that you're the jackpot.
Let's talk about it.
So in his journey of growing, because I put a little bit of my life in it as well. So the far zones, the placements, the abandonment, the feeling like the world is not giving a fuck about you, where I said the blame game, and then having to make these responsibilities and decisions of his own and be his own parent or his own whatever. He's gone into this journey from far zone, and there's this crazy night on Halloween night where he ran away from the situation that happened where they busted in the house and killed foster mother and everything and ran out into the woods. And that's when he meets Unaki. She's from another planet. Well, she's from a guardian of the galaxies. Mm-hmm. And she's here to watch Earth. And long story short, Earth is on its way for extinction because the simulation that we're in, it's they're like, we're not progressing, and then they're starting to see us try to maneuver and move to other planets, and that's not what they're trying to do. They like, well, if they go migrate on other planets, they might bring destruction with them on other planets. So we need to reboot this simulation on Earth and try again. But Unaki saw faith in Jackpot and Leo. That's his name, Leo Legend. Found faith in him and decided to enhance his DNA, to upgrade him as a human, to know a little bit more of what his surroundings, telekinesis and stuff. I didn't want him to fall into some toxic waste, and now he's Roachman or some shit, and now he knows kung fu, and he's part. Everybody know kung fu. As soon as they use superhero, now they all Superman even know karate. I'm like, God damn, how does everybody know karate? That's the first thing y'all go to.
Straight to Bruce Lee house. Soon as they get in
right.
there.
So I got something for y'all. So Jackpot's he's retro. So like at that night before that happened, he was in the foster home, and Erica was another Latino girl. She's dressed up in a scientist outfit. And she's like, "So what you want to be for Halloween?" He's like, "I don't know." He's in there. He's been locked up in this placement foster home. And she's like, "Well, what's your favorite movies?" He's like, "Oh, Freddy Krueger, Chucky. I like The Undertaker. I like wrestling. And she's like, "Well, where you from?" He said, "I'm from South Central." "You bang?" "Nah, I'm just, So she like, "Ooh, you dark. I got it." So she went, took some face paint and painted blue and red on his eyes.
Gotcha.
For a yin and a yang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a balance. And she was like, jackpot on Halloween. So all that thing that happened, the breaking the house, shooting him running, that's when he meets Unagi, and she enhances him. So later on, real quick, as he grows, when he's retro. So when he does find out how to maneuver and know himself, and he's starting to get his chi and his whole thing, he's starting to advance.
Right.
Between that, when he fights somebody, he don't do the regular kung fu moves. He does the Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Wow.
The Undertaker tombstone on the motherfucker.
Yeah. He going WWE.
Brock Lesnar on somebody.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So you're going to see him do these wrestling moves.
Yeah.
That's going to be like, yo, this dude crazy.
Yeah.
Then he's retro where he has these brass knuckles and they're saber like because he likes Star Wars, like Darth Vader. So it's not a lightsaber, but it's like a brass knuckles coming. It's like kind of oval. So it's all these little retro shits that you're gonna see in there as you watching them. You know, your favorites, little things.
That's fire.
That do, and he's kind of more urban.
It's the details.
The detail of whatnot. So
my question would be to you now is what title is it since you created we refilling around here, man. I kept just enough for you to hit you again.
Yes,
and
sir.
if this run out, we got some more. You hear me? We ain't running out of shit around here, man. So what's your title for since you created your own cartoon? What is the title of what's that called?
Well, it's actually Jackpot.
No, I'm saying outside of the cartoon, what's the title like when you tell people, like if you're a rapper and you got your own label, your label owner, your artist. What do you tell people like since
Area 5150 Enterprises?
Okay.
That's my company name. It's a music and film company because I write and direct, act, music, and all that. So I just finished writing the script of Jackpot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a TV series. Right now, I got a few little situations out there that I'm looking at. There's a conversation right now. At first, I was like, Tubi, but I'm starting to do my research and notice
it's not bad
that YouTube is right now the highest platform of streaming.
Right.
You know, that's the highest.
Yeah.
And Tubi and Netflix are kind of like fighting because Netflix is more like they're exclusive.
Right. You got to pay to get in. And
Kind of like,
free.
And Tubi kind of like that as well, but what they're offering me is like owning my own IP and licensing.
Nice.
So I don't think that YouTube will be getting that. And then Tubi is
You trying to do it again?
Oh no, Tubi is owned by Spectrum.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right. So I mean CBS, which owns Spectrum.
Okay.
My bad.
Charter and
So AMC, all that's on 200 some channels. So I'm thinking like, original TV series on there as well.
So the IP is
on IP and licensing.
The IP for people in the back. It's almost like you owning your masters in the rap game.
Yeah. So if I go to Netflix and then they owning a piece of Jackpot, so BET's like, hey, we want to put Jackpot on Black Month on BET.
Right.
Well, I don't own my license.
You got to holler at them and see if they want to do it too.
And the money go through somebody else. But I get all my streams, all my shit as an IP and licensing for Jackpot and as my character.
Right.
Because this is not just a regular movie to me. This look like some bedspreads, lunch pail boxes, jackets, curtains, kids wearing shit for Halloween. I'm looking at a whole bigger for merch and shit for Jackpot.
Dope. So the main thing you pushing right now is Jackpot. That's
at this moment, that and the music.
Yeah, that's what's up. So what's going on in the music? So you transferred. We went from the dancer, and then we start talking about Jackpot, which I brought up. So how did you transition from the dancer to the rapper? Let's break that down a little.
So with that, I was at I saw my boy. His name was Kenny Fly, and the nigga was dope. The nigga would be rapping, and I see all the, the girls is, watching them. And, I'm like I said, I was in placement, so it's a little bit different from being on the outside.
Right.
So in there, it was like he commanded the room, And I was like, that was dope. And I was kind of to myself, I'm an introvert. So I was like kind of myself. I'm one of those, if I'm in here, I don't really do too much talking to everybody, kind of minding my own business.
Right.
So with the rap, it wasn't about like minding your business. You were just expressing yourself.
Right.
And I noticed that was dope. Like, oh, I get to talk about what I'm going through and what's this, that, you know. So I started writing down. It was like therapy.
Right.
And I was like,
poetry.
Yeah, hip hop saved. I know you probably heard that before, but it saved my life.
No, I believe it.
It was like therapy. I was sitting there in a room, and I'm not playing no games. I'm not out doing nothing. I'm sitting here writing, learning how to write, paragraphs, memorizing. It's a whole craft and format of how to do this. And after you finish, from here to here, and you're memorizing to here, and to hear people go back, that was whack, or and it's out of your mind.
Yeah.
So from your creativity out to the public, and they like, oh man, and I'm making people move. It was like, yo, that's dope.
Right.
So I started to become that and be animated and be like, I would talk about my life, but then with a little bit of comedy and stuff, so make people laugh, just as in like, to make like it felt weird. I don't know if y'all know what I'm saying. I use comedy a lot to get out of a lot of shit before make a nigga laugh before we trying to fight or something. Or I might snap, and then I'm really up in this motherfucker. Yeah. You know, so music took me to that point where I ran into Redman at the Shrine Auditorium at the Soul Train Music Award.
Nice.
It was Eric Sermon. For those who don't know, Reggie Noble, Redman. You might know him. He used to rap. Still do with Method Man and everything. Method Man's from Wu-Tang. Redman's from Death Squad, who got signed with Eric Sermon and Paris Smith, which creates the EPMD franchise, dual rap group from New York. Yeah. Redman was actually heard me rap. I just ran up in between both of him and Eric Sermon, and I bust my rhyme.
Just got off.
I was going, and they was like, yo, man, what's your name? And at that time, I called myself Misdemeanor.
That's hard.
And he was like, nah. He said, your name should be like Action. Like the way you came in here, jumped out of nowhere and just start rapping. Like that shit's hard. Like, you know? So I was like, oh, shit. Redman named me Action. I'm Action. I'm Action. Last name Jackson. Action Jackson. Where I'm from, L.A. Yeah. South Central. Action L.A. Jackson. Yeah. That's it. So, and then I spelled it with a K. AKTION. AK, also known to rap, act, direct, write, dance, comedy, all that shit. So it just made sense.
All locked in.
It all locked in. So from that point on, I was like, you know, this was like a Trojan horse. I can get in, people hear me rap, and then at the same time, hey, you know, I know how to act, I know how to do this. And
a lot of people know for that, like Jamie Foxx. He's one of the good people that came in on this comedy side and acting side. But when you asked him, he wanted to do music the whole time. That was his real goal.
I tell you the story. He was at this round table thing with all these actors, with Denzel as well. You can find it on YouTube. It's round table, acting round table, whatnot. And they asked him, what could he change? And when I heard him say it, it made me feel like it validated something where I was trying to explain to the people who was around me at the time. They told me I did too much. You need to focus on one thing. And what he said was he wished that he could have put majority of his talents out somewhat at the same time, because he was at Living Color dressed like what is it, Shanae? Wanda. And at this time, Diddy was there, and
the Diddler
was there.
Dun, dun, dun.
And he tried to give him his demo, but Diddy was like, he couldn't see past the lipstick and the tutu and all that. Yeah. So, and nobody heard him sing. So that's when he created this little The Weeknd, everybody to his house, party, drinking, Jay-Z, Kanye, everybody around, and he play his music. Yeah. And that kind of made people
Snuck
feel.
It in.
And then eventually on his Jamie Foxx show, he put the piano in the next room, playing piano, so people can hear him play piano in his music. And then he got on, but he said he wished he could have put all that kind of at the same time, and he would have been a little bit earlier artist than, you know, younger artists or whatever from before.
Right.
So real quick with me, that's what I'm doing. I have my seasons. I'm acting. I'm writing.
Yeah.
I can handle it. A lot of people probably couldn't handle it. That's why they're saying, I don't know what you're doing too much. But we don't live in that era where you can just do one thing. It used to be cool to talk to a girl and she like, so what you want to be for, you know, with your life? Oh, you know, I was doing my rap thing. Ooh, girl, he want to be a rapper?
Yeah.
Bitch, give him your number. He want to be shit. Ooh, he want to be a rapper. But now,
what? You say
like
you're
just a rapper.
Nigga.
You
know
don't
what?
You don't own no company, the record label.
You don't do it. It's a hobby.
Yeah,
you a hobby.
You just a rapper. That's it. You don't own the company. No fragrances.
No, nothing.
No clothing brand. No nothing. Just rapping.
All right. So I want to ask you this now. What song made you fall in love with hip hop?
That's a hard one. I think it was Cube. Cube.
Which one? Cube what? Today was a good day?
I think it was No Vaseline.
The disc record. We was just talking about that. I think
it was No Vaseline. To hear somebody go real
and really get
it wasn't radio. It wasn't like we were performing on stage. It was somebody naming names and like, what this nigga just
did that nigga just do that?
Did he went off record? Like, oh, what is this?
My question to you is do you think Not Like Us has surpassed Ice Cube in the biggest disc record of all time?
That is now if I say Cube, it's gonna make that nigga old head. And then I'll go with Kendrick. It could be with the YNs. That'd be cool. But at the same time, it's hard because Vaseline is a very legendary song. But the heights that Not Like Us took. We talking about Grammys,
right?
Super Bowl,
right?
The concert at the SoFi that I just went to, and I'm pretty sure if you was in that neighborhood outside past the parking lot, you
5 mile radius.
I was there.
Mustard.
I felt from the speaker.
I felt the whop in the air from the speaker.
It was on, and as of now, yeah, I would have to go with Kendrick at the moment.
Yeah,
right
and that's all love and salute to Ice Cube.
Yeah, Cube.
It was like one of them high scoring records. Like, ain't nobody never gonna break that. It just so happened.
Yeah,
that motherfucker sliced through out of a beautiful time.
Yeah. It was a beautiful time, and
it almost felt like I was getting tired of it for half a second, and then all of a sudden the concert start coming and it rejuvenated everything where you ready again.
And then real quick, there are some different elements. So let's say like Cube was actually battling his homies.
Yeah.
And there was nothing you could really say about Ren or Dre at that moment, because it's like, oh, these two niggas they battling against each other, like, but in easy. When you go with Drake, there's a culture. There was this culture swift, like shift that was like beyond. It felt like we was part of it. We were a part of it. Not like Cube, we were part of his little thing. We were a part of the whole thing, with the whole play.
Like you made up the song with that nigga to a certain extent.
For us, we're in there, and so.
Before we start working our way up out here, I usually ask, what's your top 5 rappers of all time? But for some reason, I want to ask you, what's your top 5 superheroes?
Ooh.
And let's dig in that bag one time. In no particular order, we just letting them fly.
Well, I will go with Blade.
Blade. That was vicious.
As in because of the respect that he put in as in Marvel, boosting, rebooting Marvel. If it wasn't for Blade, Wesley coming in, rebooting the franchise, I don't know, it'll be somewhere else at the moment.
Yeah, to this day, you could still have a Blade cut. I see a nigga with the right haircut.
Yeah.
He made superhero movies cool again.
He made it
look
there we
like
go.
Blade.
There we go. Yeah, he was our Bruce Will. He was our black Bruce Willis.
Okay. That's right. That's a good one. So number one, Blade.
Blade. Batman.
Batman.
I like Batman.
Sure.
Batman because just
when you get a Benz right now, I'm in the Batman. I'm in the Batmobile still.
Ducked off in the side, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then he has this alter ego where he can have some fun, like, drinks on me, bitches.
A player. He turned to
drinks on me, bitches.
Drinks on me, bitches.
Nigga, I'll buy this whole motherfucking building and shut it down.
He was a player for sure.
Yeah, I like that. That was a great number 2. I was almost gonna say you didn't even have to explain for Batman, but you killed it. The nigga getting his alter ego and being the
don't
club
let him fuck around
with a section. Let me get 10 more bottles, please. Yeah, so who you got for number 3?
It was Incredible Hulk until they turned this nigga weird. I don't know. Incredible Hulk was one. I ain't gonna lie, I used to like Incredible.
You know how a nigga be a good nigga, and then when he grow up, you like, he kind of got weird. He was a nigga in high school. They done made Incredible Hulk weird.
Yeah, I don't want him to be smiling and all that. I want to smash, crash. All that.
Original, crash out.
Yeah, so
break some shit.
So I'm gonna throw Wolverine in there. Though.
Oh yeah, Wolverine was the
throw
nigga.
Wolverine in there.
And like what you just made me think about when you were describing about the pain.
Yeah,
Wolverine used to get his ass whooped the fuck out and still come back. He felt the pain. They didn't beat him up. He done got jumped and threw into some shit.
Jackpot has regenerated health. So
that part.
Yeah, he does.
Come on back. Just leave a nigga on 1%, and that's all you need.
Yeah, Wolverine. And then if you notice, I'm picking those ones that's like kind of grubby a little bit. Yeah. They go against the grain a little bit.
For sure.
So who we got? We got Blade. We got Batman, Wolverine. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, I got in the bag on you, man. Ooh. If you want to, we could stop at 3 because that's a terrific 3. Ooh. But if you want to dig in that bag a little deeper, you can give me 2 more.
Ooh, let me come back to those.
Okay.
Jackpot though.
Oh, Jackpot for sure.
Jackpot. We're gonna throw Jackpot in there for sure.
Okay.
So we got one more.
And
we'll come back to him last.
And then if you was to be the podcaster right now and you can ask my boy Cam a question, you can ask me a question, go ahead and, bust us down one time.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Pause.
Yeah.
That was a hard pause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I don't want to be included in bus.
No. We pause that. I would say just go ahead and
ask the question.
Sometimes you can't put some slang on some shit. You just gotta leave it regular. Yeah, but I made sure I put the pause.
Oh yeah, you put the pause.
I ain't gonna leave my dogs out there like that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we was definitely Shout out to the people in the back. I know y'all laughing right now. Hey, fuck you. Have a good day. Yeah,
we was definitely sitting outside like.
Burr. And no, the cold part is I had to snatch it back because you said that's a good one. And I'm like, I can't throw my boy under the bus. Hurry up and pause because that ain't a good one. You know what I'm talking about?
No, he said that's a new one.
Trust me.
He said that's a new one.
That's a new one.
No. We ain't doing that.
We gonna rewind it.
Fast forward. Go to the questions now. You hear me?
Let's see. So, I met my boy here at Compton Mania. Compton Mania. Make sure you go check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, so, So I was at the Compton Mania. And I met my man right here to my left. He was doing his thing with these glasses and lenses and stuff like that. And I had my girl Elizabeth. No, it wasn't Elizabeth. It was someone else. I can't remember.
Shout out to Elizabeth, though.
I got so many bitches. Oh, yeah.
That part.
To the cream of the crop. But I met him. He was doing his thing out there. getting the wrestlers. I actually was a real quick manager for one of the wrestlers. It was cool. I think my wrestler got beat, so I was like, man, I had to pull in the back, like, man.
You make me look bad when you lose.
Look here, you making me look bad for people.
I brought my baby girl with me today.
I brought Elizabeth and the bitches with me, and the kids is looking. I'm more excited than you. It's not good. I ain't touching nobody. You know, so he promised to get it, get his game up. It was fun. Wrestling at the show is a little bit more than what you would think. You gotta come with your A game, excitement, and more, talking. You gotta have your choppers.
Just as good as a rapper. You would think a nigga going crazy. You put him in the world, and you like, hurry up and come back over here.
Yeah, he's not good.
Everybody watching you, and they up there like, entertain me.
Yeah, entertain.
They in the stands like, entertain me.
Kids kids ain't gonna lie to you. Boo! Yeah, you suck. I don't like him.
The kids are the harshest critics.
Come on, baby. No. He sucks, Mom.
I was for sure one of them kids.
I'm telling you.
Hey, when they say kids say the darndest things, what?
I came up to Long Beach Middle School, and I came in there as Jackpot to help the kids. And, man, if I wasn't dressed right, because I had my J's on, they colorful J's, had the Jackpot chain, everything. My fit was right with the designer jeans.
Yeah, all the details was together.
Yeah, because they was checking the nigga as I walked by, like, hey, that chain real?
Yeah, they getting to the bottom of it.
I'm about to fry you the fuck up.
Hey,
go get the diamond
what type of J's is those? I ain't seen those.
When them come out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I like those designer jeans. Hey, where you get those from? I'm like, damn, these kids ain't know. Hey, kids. So I had to be Jack. I had to be like, hey, I like your whip, huh? Hey, well, first off, you got to get a job if you want to get this shit. What? Yeah, and all that flapping and talking about this. Don't worry about the chain. The chain gonna come. Yeah. First, you got to get out here and get the business right.
Get your program.
Get your business. Get your business.
Yes, sir.
And then the girls on the side, they was talking about some guys kissing underneath. They was kissing underneath the bleachers. So I pulled them over, and I was like, they like Jackpot. They was, they coming to me about some shit. I ain't even at this school. I'm like, damn, y'all gonna tell me the whole rundown? They're like, yeah, we're kissing underneath the bleachers. So I was like, oh, okay. Rather than like, hey, you guys shouldn't do that. And I'm like, nah, I'm not that person. I'm like, so what'd you do? Oh, well, so I said, hey, check this out. See, the guys, they gonna be the easy girls. You don't want to be the easy girl. You don't want to be the easy girl. You want to be the one that they trying to keep figuring out. You don't want to be the one that's known to be underneath the bleachers. You want to be on top. You want to be on top of the world and do your thing, not underneath some shit hidden. And I gave them that. She was like, So when I came back the next time, I have it on my Instagram. She was like, yeah, Jackpot cool. He come through. He ain't like the rest of these other ones that be coming there dressed up in suits. Don't think they don't know. Like, who's Kendrick? He said the audience ain't dumb. These kids know stuff. They chat GBT. They gonna play around. Have you ever been around and you saw that kid cursing on the bus or somewhere? You like, I know he don't say that shit in front of his mom and shit. So they know way more than what we were. The information is out there. So talking to them in a certain way, you can grab them. So she came back was like, yeah, he not like the rest of them coming here in suits and ties and stuff and acting like this and that. He was real with us. And then other ones like, yeah, Jackpot cool around here whenever. I was like, oh.
And he gave you a pass.
I'm like, damn, I never got a pass through a 13-year-old.
You can play on the playground now.
Man, you can have my sandwich and my cookie. I brought an extra one for you, Jackpot.
That part.
So, yeah, man, but shouts out to Compton Mania, man.
Did you ask the question?
Did I ask the fucking question? What got you... well, that's gonna be too long because that's a passionate question. Okay, so you can't wrap that up. Okay, what made you transition from whatever you was doing before picking up a camera? What made you want to just, you know what? I'm just gonna pick up a camera now.
Okay, so Before I was doing this, I was a chef in the kitchen.
Oh, chef. Oh, you was always cooking. Okay.
Yeah, I did that for like 12 years.
Ooh.
And I mean, I still do, but just
So you don't
not
have no
full
problem getting
time
a
like I did before.
You
know?
don't have no problem getting a woman, you making her stay at the house for a little bit after we can argue after we eat.
Yeah. That's,
Okay.
We're going to eat this good ass food.
Yeah, then we can talk about whatever. By that time, you might fall asleep.
All you gotta say is, are you hungry? You know,
That's all you got to hit her with.
it.
I'm tired of your shit. But are you hungry?
When you smell that food, it's gonna say bone chicka wow wow.
Are you hungry?
Yep.
Oh, we'll talk about this after.
But do you want some
ribs.
of this shrimp fettuccine?
Shit.
So, yeah, I was doing that for a long time, and you know, we was talking earlier. I was kind of giving you the breakdown how I got started and everything. But you know, long story short, because I didn't tell the story a lot. I'm gonna just so during that time of me kind of starting podcasting, you know, kind of sitting back and just learning equipment and stuff like that, I started going outside with the camera, and like I said, just having that open time to where now I'm just kind of driving places, pulling up, taking pictures. Now, you know, I got friends like Young or like just other people that's shooting music videos and things like that. I'm pulling up and doing photo shoots and doing behind the scenes and stuff like that. So I think being able to be in the environment, you know, because I used to rap too. I used to do a lot, you know, of other stuff. And I still got a lot of friends that still do all of that stuff.
Right.
But for me to still kind of be in the mix, but at the same time kind of enhancing my skills and learning how to get better, you know, I think that made it that much more meaningful for me.
Okay. That was dope. And he summed it up less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, he
good.
know what he's doing. He's a professional.
He's a professional cook.
Hello.
Chef. I'm sorry, there's a difference. The cook and the chef. He's a chef. Okay, so now you Mr. LA. Like, what made you, decide to go, you know what, I'm not going to just stick around and be stagnant in the hood and follow these typical system situations. What made you go, you sat there, I don't know if it's the toilet, the couch, the car, wherever they are.
Nigga be thinking about some real shit on the toilet.
My
though.
nigga, I done came up with a gang of shit.
They thought he was funny. It's some real shit.
I done came up with a lot of good shit on that toilet.
Start my day
Good
with one.
shit
So
on the
Good
toilet.
shit on
Literally.
the toilet. Good shit on the toilet. Stop it. Don't lie. Y'all niggas done came up with some bad ideas too on the toilet.
yeah, everything don't work.
Should I just pack up my shit after I flush this toilet and get the fuck out of here, or what?
Sometimes it be like that though.
Shit. So your transition to go, you know what? I'm gonna take my life to another level. Just
Well, the big thing that happened to me is I lost my pops when I was at like 10 years old, 11 years old. So he was always like a family man in the house. He took care of everybody. He was a street nigga, but I never knew about what type of street shit he was into because when he came home, he was a dad. You get me? So when we went to his funeral, he was just like a well-respected G. Everybody fucked with him. So I got hella love. And I just made a decision that day, like, to keep my dad's name going, to be the best representation for him. I was like, I don't need to gangbang because it will make me do everything he already did over again, and he already excelled at, So I don't even want to go under that. So I just said I'm gonna figure out my own path. And also, we moved around a lot. You get what I'm saying? So I moved 20, 30 times in LA, So it just made me start knowing all kind of different people from, all the way from the richer sides of LA, where like the Orange County or going towards Norwalk and stuff, where you can learn a good education, till back LA where you might not get a good education in school, but you learn a lot of street smarts, So
you definitely in LA.
Hella balanced on both sides of that.
Definitely.
And I always just been that person for everybody I fuck with. They look at me like they know I ain't playing, but at the same time, I'm on my business. So it's a hell of a balance, and I just do everything pretty well. So I just stay doing that. So fast forward now, just represent Pops in a good way. So everybody, when they see me, I look like him now, act like him.
That's dope.
And let me not growing up with him till past 10. You get what I'm saying? I don't get to know what he was like to know I'm even acting like him. So just certain shit I do when people see me, they be like, damn, you just like him. And it's like, I don't know. I didn't know what he did as a grown man because I wasn't grown. I was a kid. So certain shit I didn't get to know because he was made you be a kid. You get what I'm saying? So fast forward when they come and I got a hella weed and I'm drinking. They like, nigga, your pops used to pull up with the drink in the trunk. He was cold. They showed me a video. That nigga had a portable blender back in the day. Back in the 90s, they in the gas station. He popped up making pink panties, nigga. Woo, putting corpse out. Homies, girls, and it's just cracking. I'm like, that's a nigga. What if a nigga just busts out with a portable blender and we just making smoothie with alcohol and them passing out to the homies and the ladies right now? And they just, where do y'all getting these drinks from? Oh, the homie got the hook up in his trunk. So yeah, he was a solid, hell of a solid type nigga. So yeah, I type of nigga, I'm doing it for my ancestors. So every time you see me up moving around, I just got in the house probably 4 a.m. We got right back up and we cracking. So yeah, this shit for real. So yeah, that's my whole goal. You know what I mean? I put on. So every time when I see somebody, oh yeah, I know your daddy proud of you. Like, yeah, that's good. That's what I'm on. Yeah. And yeah, being a street nigga, you could do some gang of shit and get caught for a gang of shit, and then nigga to be like, yeah, see, I knew, you know, he would without his dad, he was gonna, you know. So yeah, we ain't letting that same scenario. We holding the nigga up high.
That's dope.
Socking nigga out for all my ancestors. You hear me? Niggas reaching back all the way from 1912 and hitting a nigga. You hear me? But yeah, no, that's all. Same way you can do something negative for the peoples, and you think you're doing good, you can do something positive. So we just heavy on the positive.
Yeah, energy, but not too much on the negative.
So yeah, everything we do, we doing it well. So same way how you moving, you got hella different shades to you. You might be doing this one day, that later, all in one day. You know what I'm talking about? We on that same type of time, so it's the same type of play, you know, so without breaking down all of the specifics, just overall, that's the main fuel.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess that's when we was talking about, like, cause I said I grew up in too many different hoods. Yeah. You know, niggas would be like, niggas, you down or what? I'm like, I don't know. I might have to be moving about the hood, I might be in your enemy hood, so nigga, just remember a nigga face.
No, they always know I'm always down with you. You my partner, wherever we go, what we on together. Yeah. You know, I ain't got no political ties to what you got to do, but at the same time, I'm not about niggas. This nigga whoop you out, and we right. Well, Young was there, and what did he do? He didn't do nothing. Then you're like, I ain't got nothing to do with it. And they like, so you just gonna let your boy get stomped to death, and you right there, like, you know. So that's the twist about being an LA nigga too. You can end up in the middle with some shit you ain't got nothing to do with, and a nigga be mad because you didn't do nothing. Something you didn't have nothing to do with. But yeah, so you know, show up for all them type of
that's jail. That's actually jail rules too.
Politics.
So, when you go in there, it's like,
hey man, your kids stay out of jail. You know, if you fuck up, they got a spot for you.
Definitely.
Let's just put that right there. So before we wrap it on up, man, give them all your social medias, your websites, how they could get up with you, and yeah, man, they got to stay in tune with the Action LA Jackson.
So it's Action LA Jackson with a K, AKTION LA Jackson. That's on all platforms. You know, I didn't do the switch up where like niggas be having like 1,000 different handles. Yeah. So that's just one for Action LA Jackson. That's on Instagram, all the other shit. And Jackpot has his own page, which is Jackpot _5150 5150.
Oh, okay.
So Jackpot _5150.
5150 mean crazy or something, don't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's Jackpot, a medical term, but I flipped it to make it like a new, you know, like that shit fire. That shit
just
lit.
Wow.
That shit crazy.
Oh, anything is 5150.
Yeah, hey nigga, that jack
shit 5150. Hey, that Rolex chain going 5150. Okay, that's some new slang for that.
That's my thing.
Yeah, go on and drip it on them, man.
5150.
Yeah, sorry. Well, yeah, man, we appreciate you.
Homegirl out of line or 51.
She gave me some of that.
Nigga, when that police officer bust him over the head, man, that was 50.
That was crazy. 51. I like that slang. We have to bust that
money. That money I got that nobody ain't supposed to be telling nobody.
Man, that shit's 5150. 5150. Yes. Hey, before we slide, you know, my boy Cam, he gonna go ahead and jump in that 71 Yeah, I'm talking about, I don't even know what car is 71. It might be a Caprice or something. I don't know. Go ahead, man. Slide off and take them home like you can do it, man.
Y'all can tap in with me at COOLAZZCAM. Tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and the WB Morning Show. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture.
He sounded like he was in the 6'4" right there.
Come on, that was the 6'4".
Hey, how y'all doing? This is
Rag top.
KJLA.
Yeah, he got
we
that.
played a slow jam.
Come on now.
It's Friday night with your boy.
Hello. Well, shit, it's your boy Young LA, the real Young LA, man. We back around this motherfucker every Monday. It's a fun day, man. Just like the old schools on the Sunday. You hear me?
Yeah, South Central.
The WB Morning Show, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And just for the people in the back, the WB stands for Wake and Bake. Hello.
Waking up, sunshine beams through the blinds. Young LA and cool as Cam on the grind. 10 a.m. hits, I'm tuning in for the fun. Spotify or YouTube, blowing up your mind. WB Morning Show, that's the spot. Fresh episodes every Monday, they hot. West Coast vibes, never miss a shot. Eating up the screen, they serving the plot. Look, hit that subscribe, punch that bell. New content dropping, can't you tell? Last for days, stories to swell. Morning shots, we under the spell.
Innovative.